Hello and welcome to this short presentation about Compass Children and Young People's Drug and Alcohol Service in Warwickshire. My name is Rich and I'm the Service Manager. Today I will be giving a brief overview of who we are, what we offer and how we might support you, friends or family members. All our contact details are provided at the end of the presentation. So who are we? Compass are a leading national charity and have provided drug and alcohol services for young people within Warwickshire since 2011. We are a free, confidential service who work with children from 5 years old up to 25. There are many different ways we receive referrals into our friendly service. If you, a friend or family member is having difficulties with drugs and/or alcohol, you or a family member can self-refer, or a trusted adult, such as a teacher or social worker, can also refer for you. Our service provides a level of care and support which is based upon a young person's need. We work with you to help achieve your goals at a time and place which suits you. Our knowledgeable staff do not judge young people and focus on the strengths of each individual. We also provide support to families, including parents and carers who may have questions about drugs and alcohol. You can contact us via many different routes, including our text service called Chat Health or through our website or social media platforms. Our services within Warwickshire also include Compass Stars and our Children and Young People's Youth Justice Substance Misuse Service. Our Compass Stars service supports children and young people from 5 years old who are or may have been affected by another's drug and alcohol use, which may include parents, carers, older siblings or other family members. We understand the huge impact drug and alcohol misuse can have on the family unit. Therefore, our services focus both on the young person affected but also the family to ensure we provide the best possible outcomes for all involved. Our Children and Young People's Youth Justice Substance Misuse Service helps provide support for young people who are at risk of or already accessing criminal justice services. Within this service, we work closely with our partners in youth justice and the police to ensure young people make informed choices in relation to using substances, whilst accessing diversionary, community or custodial orders. As part of this service, we also offer equine therapy to enable young people to learn and reflect in a more therapeutic. Whilst you're with us and learning about the services Compass offer within Warwickshire, we thought the next few slides would be a great opportunity to provide some really basic information about how drugs and alcohol can affect a young person's brain and how, if you do choose to use substances, you can reduce some of the risks associated. In front of you, you will see a typical teenage brain full of emotions, thoughts and priorities. Without going through all of the effects listed, you will be able to understand that adding any type of substance to a teenage brain will have some type of effect. I want to bring your attention to the little yellow banana shape at the front of the brain on the drawing just above the eye. This is called your prefrontal cortex, or as I like to refer to it, your risk filter. This is one of the smallest parts of your developing brain and is responsible for helping you decide what's risky and what's not, a bit like a goalkeeper to your impulsive thoughts. Think about adding a substance into the brain which may cause it to behave differently to how it usually does. This can mean you make risky decisions, have poorer judgment, misunderstand or imagine certain situations happening. Also think of your brain as a mini reward system or centre. You put something into your body that the brain likes because it makes you feel good. You put more and more of it into your body that the brain makes you feel bad without it. Everyday examples of this can be caffeine or nicotine. When some young people and indeed adults feel they need a coffee and or cigarette at regular intervals throughout the day, it's their brain telling them they need it. Substance misuse works in the same way, which for some young people, giving their brain a maximum reward for doing very little can lead to repeated use and a change in their behaviours. At Compass, we work with young people to recognise and change these behaviours so that they can make healthier lifestyle choices. To be clear, the best way to reduce any risk associated with using drugs and alcohol is not to use them. However, if you do choose to use substances, below are some suggestions about how to keep you and your friends as safe as possible. Let an adult you trust know when and where you are going. Don't leave your mates, stick with them. Know how and when you are getting home. Make sure your phone is charged in case you need to ring or message anybody. Don't mix different types of drugs and/or with alcohol. Doing this can have very risky consequences. Understand and recognise that the place you decide to use substance, the mindset you are in, and the type of substance you use will have a huge impact on the experience you have. Sex is not consensual if you or another person is under influence of drugs and/or alcohol. If anything does go wrong, call 999 in an emergency, and whatever you do, don't leave your mates. Exploitation is defined as the act of using someone unfairly for your own advantage. You may be aware that there has been a rise in young people being exploited or used to sell drugs across the country. It's happening in Warwickshire too, so please notice things if your friends start acting differently. Some of the warning signs of exploitation include going missing regularly or staying out late, not attending school. For instance, have they stopped meeting you on the way, or do they go a different route now? Have they suddenly got more money, new pairs of trainers, for example, unexplained gifts, or more than one phone? Has the substance use increased, or are they carrying more than they usually do? Are they associating with unknown adults, hiding messages from you, or being more secretive than they usually are? Has their language or behaviour changed? Do you think or feel something's not right? If you do, tell a trusted adult. It could be a teacher at school or college, or someone you think can help. There are services available who can support and intervene to ensure young people do not. I hope you found this presentation helpful so far. Our next slide summarises the different services we've discussed: Compass Children and Young People's Drug and Alcohol Service, Compass Stars, and our Youth Justice and Equine Therapy services. We also have Compass School Health Wellbeing Service within Warwickshire, which is our school's nurse-led service, providing a range of health and wellbeing support to children, young people and families. The service details can be found via our website, which is provided at the end of this presentation. We have a range of different topics available to view on our YouTube channel, which include, amongst others, risk-taking behaviour, substance misuse awareness, bite-sized videos on different substances, hidden harm, offending, county lines, healthy relationships, and parenting support. These videos can be viewed by children, young people, parents, communities, and professionals. If you would like any more information regarding this presentation or any of the others on this channel, please contact the service using the details provided on the next slide. If you are a child, young person, parent, family member or professional, there are various ways you can contact the service. Our office number, where a friendly member of staff will be happy to support, can be contacted on 01788 578 227. We also have a confidential text messaging service for young people called Chat Health, where any questions about drugs and/or alcohol will be answered by one of our experienced practitioners. We also have Parent Line, a confidential messaging service for parents who want advice and support. You can visit our website, which is www.compass-uk.org, where you will find further information about the service and how we might support. You can also request to be contacted by our team via the website. You will find us on social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. A final note to make sure you check out our other videos on the Compass YouTube channel. Thank you again for listening.